of our NBA basketball. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight, some names out of action.
And here early in the season, these two teams trying to overcome the injuries and hopefully get healthier down the stretch.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Edgecombe is out there with Jared McCain. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then there's Embiid. And it's Walker in at the 4 spot. And for Brooklyn, Sarr out there with Zaire Williams. Then it's Morant. Then it's Terrence Mann. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. And we talk about experimenting with lineups early on, DB. What are some examples of that?
Well, you can have two extremes, right, in the modern NBA. Most teams need some sort of small ball lineup that they finish with. But we are also increasingly starting to see teams play with multiple bigs on the floor. You have to be able to have multiple tools in your toolbox. Edgecombe with it, defended by Mann. They get it again. Pass to Embiid. Here's Edgecombe. From outside, off the mark. And so Morant will bring it up for Brooklyn. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
Edgecombe with it. He's coming off a 31-point game against Boston. In the corner, it's Oubre. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Sarr. A 14-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Nets. Embiid from outside. Rebound by Johnson.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
And he comes up with the deuce.
In that pick and roll action, one thing was on Trey Johnson's mind. Let me get a bucket.
Now McCain. Embiid with the screen on Morant with the step back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Alex Sarr.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The 76ers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And the first one drops. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
And Embiid drops them both. And going back a bit, the Nets regaining a lot of their draft picks, Doris, from the Rockets. One of the more interesting trades that we've seen.
Well, they gave away a ton of those picks to acquire James Harden when they believed they had a championship window. And now in recovering them, Brooklyn able to benefit from the draft to try to position themselves for that all-important rebuild.
And here are the 76ers now. Following the miss by Ja Morant. That one falls.
There it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
Here's Johnson. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he lays it straight in. Johnson's got 6.
What a great start. They've only missed one thus far.
Here's McCain. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez.
We talked about Joel Embiid specifically and what he wants his team to do against him, and coach said, I want us to make life difficult for him. Every time he catches it in the post, I want us to push back and be physical with him. If he's out on the perimeter, I want to put a hand up on every single shot. Let's see if coach's message resonates. Guys, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. Edgecombe with it. He's picked up by Morant. It's McCain on the wing. Still without a basket. A fader. And the shot goes in from Embiid.
And this is the beauty of Embiid's game. He has a shot from anywhere on the floor.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now here's Johnson. 6 points for him. It's Morant in the corner. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The 76ers trail by 5. Edgecombe with it. Knocks it loose. Here's Morant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Morant's got his second bucket tonight.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And the foul called on Alex Song. That's foul number 2 for him. And Brooklyn making a change here. Sharps checked in. And here are the 76ers now. 7-point differential. Walker a screen. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Williams. Here's Johnson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact. And he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Defending Johnson, you know he's wired to score. So sometimes you can get a little too aggressive against him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Johnson.
And when you think of promising young scorers, Trey Johnson has to come to mind quickly. This rookie has major upside in that category.
So Johnson hits 2 of them. And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Maxey already an all-star. Jared McCain looks to continue his promising start. And Quentin Grimes a revelation last season. And let's not forget number 3 pick B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard.
Walker finds Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's McCain. And nothing is falling for him right now. Brooklyn leading by 9. Oubre with the steal. No one near Edgecombe as he lets it fly. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 8.
And talk about effort. Embiid staying with them.
And here's Morant. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Here's Williams. Sharp trying to break free. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
And that one falls for Williams. And a big part of the Nets' shot diet comes, Doris, from beyond the arc. They love the three.
They do, Kevin, and for a team that struggles offensively and lacks interior scoring, firing away from distance gives them a puncher's chance every night.
Drummond's checked in for Embiid. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
So critical that your big men be able to shoot free throws at a high rate.
The 76ers trail by 9. Screen by Oubre. Here's Edgecombe. Still scoreless. And stolen by Sharp. There's Williams, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Nets.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Here's McCain. After the basket by Brooklyn, Oubre for 3. The rebound by Sharp. Nets leading by 11. Here's Williams. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. McCain against Morant. Pass to Oubre. Here's Walker. Now Drummond. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Williams gets the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The 76ers trail by 13. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Oubre outside. Pass to McCain. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Williams. And it's Powell in for Terrence Mann. Philadelphia also making some changes. Edwards, he's checked in for Jabari Walker. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Edgecombe. Now here's Drummond. He has yet to score. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Just 3 to shoot. McCain.
Funny how Miranda knows how to elevate and did there to get the block.
So for the Nets, Martin comes in for Johnson. And Demon subbed in for Morant. And the 76ers also making a change. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Jared McCain. To the left wing. Oubre against Martin. Pass to Powell. Sharp sets the pick for Powell. It's hauled in by the 76ers. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
And it's Drummond missing.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Fades back. Gets some room on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Claxton against Edwards. Pass to Oubre. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. That's good from Lowry on the assist by Oubre.
This is one thing that Kyle Lowry does well. Gets off the basketball and able to rise and fire on the catch. Impressive shot.
Nets leading by 12. Powell outside. Here's Wolf. Edwards defending. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
The 76ers making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Here's Claxton. Nothing on the board. Martin against Edwards. Stolen by Walker. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, the Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said we still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. Back to you guys.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Walker. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Pass to Drummond. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Igor Demon.
I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
Free throw good, Drummond.
Guys, what I appreciate about Andre Drummond is that he understands his role night by night. Be physical, defend the basket, rebound with great intensity. He gives it to you every single night.
That one is no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Outside, Martin. But Trey, the shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Edwards. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Oh, good execution there. Lowry with a pinpoint pass.
Here's Demon. Powell outside. 1:53 left in the first quarter. They retain possession. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Shooting for Philadelphia. One time from the line.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry.
Boy, Kyle Lowry, you can't help but notice the frame, right? He is a bit undersized, and yet here is a guy who has been a consistent two-way force in the NBA, has truly had a remarkably consistent career.
Now here's Embiid. 23 points for him the last game against Boston.
And we can't forget his dominance on defense, guys. His shot blocking altered the entire game.
And such a valuable guy to this team's rotation, Doris. Nick Claxton is important.
You know, Kev, I'll tell you one thing. This guy brings a ton of energy. He's willing to battle for loose balls, for rebounds. On the defensive end, you know he can make an impact. There's incredible length, and I still think a ceiling that he can get to.
Now here's Edwards. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. Embiid, no good.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 10 points for Joel Embiid.
He dialed in from the jump tonight. The confidence is showing here in the first.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Morant, he's checked in for Denver. .52 seconds left in the first. Now here's Morant. 5 points in the game. Martin with it. It's hauled in by Edwards. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
Now here's Morant. 5 points in the game. Over Lowry. And it's Morant missing. Here's Philadelphia. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Pass to Grimes. No good from outside. And here's Morant. 1 second left. just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's Brooklyn going.
But when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were, Kevin, I say it all the time. If you walk into an NBA arena in the playoffs, the tension is so palpable, you could almost reach out and touch it.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got point they led by 16. On the wing, Johnson. He's guarded by Grimes. And the shot goes in.
And sometimes Johnson just makes the defense feel helpless. Even when you contest his shot, he still finds ways to score.
Their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Now, here's Johnson. He's guarded by Grimes. Johnson inside. 4 for 5 with that first miss in 5 attempts from the floor. Pass to Oubre. There's the triple. That's leading by 6. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Zorn. Johnson's got 12 points in the game.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is can you do it leaves no doubt.
Here's Morant. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Edwards got his second bucket. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets.